You don't walk towards the light. Listen. The sun rises in the east. So remember, you're supposed to go west to east. You go towards the darkness. If you go towards the light of the sun, you're coming back. So if you walk towards the light, you're walking back. The earth gods have the template of your ancestors. So you'll see your grandpa, your grandma, come on, nigga, come down the tunnel to the light. That's the wrong pathway. You go to the North Star. Once you're at the North Star, you want to go down the west side. That's towards the darkness. I went towards the darkness, and then I found the entryway to the Dwight, which is a golden small light.
Oceoniji and Peace Reflections. Peace to whoever this information resonates with. If this information does not resonate with you, you can kindly scroll up. So first and foremost, I want to pay divine honors to Brother Panic. So if you've read the Kemetic Book of the Dead, then it's possible that what Brother Panic is speaking on resonates with you. So what he's speaking about is the celestial boat. So in this Kemetic hieroglyph, which is actually called Metal Netter, here you can clearly see the celestial boat. So the celestial boat carries the Ka or Ba, which is the soul or spirit, across the atmosphere by way of my interpretation, which seems to be like some sort of electrical stream in our atmosphere. You'll kind of see what I'm describing in the next picture. When you see depictions like this of a sun disk sitting on top of a bird or sitting on top of wings, it usually symbolizes the spirit or soul without any physical form. So it's really wild because a lot of the things that they try to demonize and tell us to stay away from are all essential to our spiritual growth and spiritual understanding. So in this particular metal netter, you can see beings who appear to have serpent heads. So understand that the serpent represents the Kundalini energy or the rise of the Christos, the Christ energy. The Christ consciousness, which is wisdom, intellect, higher intelligence. Okay, so moving on to the right side of the image, I'm going to go from top to bottom. At the very top, you can see the Eye of Ra and the Eye of Horus, which also symbolizes the left and right hemisphere of the brain. And if you look at a cross section of the brain, you can also see like these symbols like the eye of Ra and the eye of Horus sitting around the pineal gland. Okay, so now we also see the sun disk in the middle that represents the soul or the pineal gland, which is the seat of the soul. So understand that a lot of these images and depictions are allegories and metaphorical. So the sun also represents Ra, because everything is also within you. The Netaru, these Kemetic gods, Thoth, Tahuti, everything within the universe, everything within our realm also exists within you, within your physical vessel. As above, so below, as within, so throughout. So moving down, you can see the celestial boat, and you can see what I was describing as the energetic stream that it sits on. So understand that your soul is magnetic. The spirit is electric. We are electromagnetic beings. At the very bottom, you can see the deceased. So when you look at these metal netter, you'll notice that the souls do not go into the sun. They ride the celestial boat away from the sun and into the darkness, which is the subconscious mind, or what they would describe as the underworld, which is into the ethers, the cosmos, which is pure energy, chaos energy, the all. the no thing. So in this metal netter, if you look to the left, you can see this person's soul, which is depicted as the bird. You see Anubis here with the scale. Have you been righteous? Are you holding on to any doubts or regrets? Think about the 42 laws of Ma'at. So I encourage you guys to read the Kemetic Book of the Dead, and also the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, I believe, tablet 6 or 7, when he talks about and tells you how to pass over into the afterlife. So I also encourage you to read the Kabbalion, which talks about the Hermetic laws and principles. So Thoth, Hermes, Tahuti are essentially all the same entity. It's talking about information, wisdom, enlightenment, intellect, higher levels of conscious thinking. So in essence, the soul or spirit will ride the celestial boat away from the day, away from the sun, and into the night, which is the darkness or the subconscious mind, aka the ethers or the etheric realm. So again, you are the universe. Everything within the universe exists within you. The same laws and principles. The North Pole is your crown. The South Pole is the soles of your feet. West is your anterior, and East is your posterior. So in this particular map, you'll be able to get an idea of what our realm looked like before the ice wall. So understand that we are on a flat plane of existence. So I'm not going to go back and forth about whether the actual earth is round or flat. So if you have read some of these ancient texts, they do describe the earth being flat on the top with an inner earth. So it's in the shape of a concave with a dome or firmament covering the flat surface, which in essence would form a sphere. So it's all your personal perception and how you personally would like to look at things and absorb what is. So the fact that there are different realms and lands and walls and domes and different things like that outside of our realm, furthermore, proves that we are on a flat plane of existence. So there are many different planets or planes of existence within the cosmos and the ethers. If you look up the etymology of the word planet, then that word means wanderer. So these planets or planes of existence are different celestial bodies that exist within our universe. So in order to travel to these different planes of existence and different dimensions, you would have to be in the spiritual or solar form and at different levels of density through frequency and vibration. So let's talk about both the sun and moon being portals. So understand what duality and polarity is. The sun transmutes different energies and frequencies, as so the moon. So if you are vibrating at a high enough level that this information resonates with you, by all means, start looking into and reading some of this information. Start incorporating new meditation practices into your life. And if you are truly fearless, start experimenting with astral projections and lucid dreams. The universe is mental, all is mind, so what do you have to fear? So understand that you are God. You are that spark, the energy, the source, experiencing itself in different forms, in different realities. You exist as projections in multiple dimensions simultaneously. And here's a little information about what I was talking about earlier about how the sun disk with the wings represents the soul that is not in physical form. So people would see that image and be scared of it and think that it's evil or demonic. Like, that's wild for people to be afraid of shapes and symbols. So children of the sun, because that is the portal from which we manifested or descended into this third dimensional realm through, in which we were birthed by the womb of the earth. We come from the soil. Understand that the sun, the moon, the light, the darkness are celestial bodies, are principles that also dwell within you. Peace reflections.